Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from Redolessence and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time and your viewership. It means a lot to us. And today I'm joined by my friend Carlos.
Hello.
So he runs a channel called Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I'm going to leave a link to that down below. Definitely make sure to check it out. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Skylar. This one came out in 2017 and it's called Meadow. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before we begin our fragrance review of Meadow by Skylar, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content like reviews and top 10s, giveaways, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell icon. And of course, Carlos's information is going to be down below once more, so make sure to subscribe to his channel as well. So this is a 2017 release. The brand is Skylar. The perfumer is Sarah Horowitz, and she has made, according to Fragrantica at least, 6 fragrances for the company. Now this one is a rose dominant fragrance, so you are going to get rose, you're going to get tuberose, pink pepper, patchouli, a few other floral ingredients if I'm not mistaken. And the thing with this company is that all of their fragrances are cruelty-free and vegan, which means that they do not test on animals. And so that's always a good thing, I suppose.
Yes.
Of course. And so with this fragrance in particular, like I said, this is floral leaning. There is another one that I own. It's called Vanilla Sky. Really nice scent. A little bit on the sweet side, of course, if you couldn't guess. But I am really enjoying this one, especially for the springtime, right? Whenever I think of spring, I think of flowers in bloom. And there is a floral quality about this fragrance that I really enjoy. And I feel like a lot of that is coming from the pink pepper as well, because pink pepper actually doesn't smell peppery like black pepper or white pepper. It actually has a rosy smell. So what do you get from this?
So this is absolutely hands down floral, but it's not a heavy floral, not like Gucci Bloom or anything like that, where it's like a poof, like loud flower. There's a blend of tuberose, rose, jasmine, orange blossom, but it's all with a very light touch. It's not too heavy. It's very soft. It looks like the color of the box.
That's right.
You know, it's a very pleasant aroma. I don't know that your typical guy is going to want this. You might want to buy this for your girlfriend. But for those guys who do like soft fragrances and florals, it's very nice. But it's not Gucci Bloom.
Yeah.
Because that, or Michael Kors, you know how his florals are always so loud. This is laid back and a little more intimate.
I think so too. I think there are a lot of florals, out there like Freesia, Narcissus, Ylang Ylang that are very powerful and can sometimes be a little bit heady and aggressive, and you're not going to get that here. Coincidentally, we were talking about another rose-based perfume by Bulgari. This one is called Garanat. We might be reviewing this one soon, and this one is like incense and rose. You have Lyric Man, which is also incense and rose with a little bit of lime. You have any number of Montal fragrances that utilize agarwood. So this one is a little bit on the soft and subtle side, a little bit understated as well. And so it's not necessarily the fragrance you wear when you want your fragrance to overpower you and completely like envelop your aura. It's something that's a little bit more muted. It's a little bit more toned down, but I think it has a very likable quality. And I know that there's certainly going to be a clientele out there of people who want a fragrance that is not overly loud, it's not cloying, it's not going to be offensive, but it's something that you can wear almost like a second skin. And I think that that's what this fragrance does here. Now, in terms of some of the other ingredients that you mentioned, like the orange blossom and the tuberose, I get that in here as well. So I don't want to call this a soliflor. I don't think it's really all about the rose, while the rose really kind of helps a lot to shape the identity and the personality of the perfume. I can definitely see the role that the other floral ingredients play in this fragrance as well. In terms of, I was going to mention the patchouli, I don't find this to be overly green either.
No. You know who's going to go for this? People who like stuff like philosophy.
Yes.
You know? It's for a man or a woman who likes to smell good but not have something overpowering that overtakes the room, or or something that gives them a headache, because a lot of people do have, unfortunately, allergies to fragrances
or migraines.
This is just light. It's a nice, subtle fragrance. So that's why I think this will. People who like philosophy will gravitate to this and would enjoy this, I think.
Yeah. So talking about its lightness, if you will, that's kind of a segue into talking about the performance. So I got about 6 hours on my skin. The projection was good for the first hour of application. There isn't a whole lot of citrus in here, at least not as far as I can perceive. And so this isn't going to be the loudest fragrance, because we know that citrus notes are typically the most volatile notes in perfumes. And so it's going to radiate within an elbow's length for like the first hour, and it doesn't become a skin scent until about that 4.5 to 5 hour mark. So that gives you a pretty good idea of how this fragrance performs on skin. Try to spray it on clothing if you do have that option. If you're wearing like a dark colored shirt like mine, there's no fear of it getting stained or anything like that. And it is pretty light liquid, as you can tell. In terms of occasions, I think this one can be worn casually, but also dressed up, especially for the type of person who's not into wearing heavy perfume. I think there's enough of a lightness that you can pull it off. I do find it to be unisex, but I know that floral fragrances typically lean feminine, and like I said, I think this one is really appropriate for the hotter weather, especially the spring.
And I think it's a little playful and flirty as well.
Yeah,
it's not a serious, grand perfume for it's young, it's happy, it's carefree,
I was gonna say young, yeah. There's a youthful appeal about it. It doesn't smell overly mature or ultra serious or anything like that. It's not stern in its demeanor, but it's very well composed. And so I quite like this one if you're a fan of rosy types of fragrances, but you don't mind other floral ingredients being introduced to the mix. Check it out. So, Carlos, thank you so much for being on my channel once more. Let's shoot a few more videos if we can. We're trying to be as productive as possible, and we're smelling a lot of great fragrances here. So
what time
it's a pleasure.
Is it? If I may?
It's 11:34.
Commitment. Is that commitment or what?
11:34 p.m. You heard it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time and your viewership. Again, Carlos's information is going to be down below, so definitely make sure to check out his channel, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. And also, if you are new to this channel and you took something of value from this video, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And again, make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Bye.